Today I am talking to you guys about the upcoming VIB Rouge / VIB sale that is coming up starting for VIB Rouge members on November 3rd, which when I'm filming that is in 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days. It's Sunday right now for me. So what this video is kind of some suggestions on how to shop the Rouge sale. I'm just gonna keep calling it the Rouge sale because I am a Rouge level, so for me it's the Rouge sale. So this is coming from someone who is a former Sephora employee. I worked for Sephora for 2 years and I had tons and tons of women and men coming in asking, what do I get? There's just, when you have a coupon for Sephora, what tends to happen is people get a little overwhelmed. They're like, oh, I want everything. And then you're like, no, wait, hold on a moment. What do I really need though? So it's really easy to shop the Rouge sale, I think, if you plan ahead. Just because since Sephora doesn't do coupons all the time, you kind of have in your head a sense of there are some huge big ticket items that you want to try, some very high-end expensive luxury products like La Mer, Tom Ford, all those kinds of things. And then you have a couple of things that are your like go-tos, like your Brow Wiz, your go-to foundation, whatever the heck it may be that you use on a daily basis and you know you're gonna need more of, so you should repurchase it while you've got a discount for it, right? Today I am discussing how I personally shop the Rouge sale and how I've helped friends and family shop the Rouge sale. So, step number 1, take inventory of your collection of what you've already got. So for me, I know that right now the last thing I need is another eyeshadow palette. So if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna tell myself I only get one. I only get one palette and that's all I'm getting because I have more than enough. It's stuff like that. So knowing, okay, I only have one face primer and there's 2 that I've been dying to try out. Okay, well now's the time to get 2 primers. It's learning to balance what you already have with what you think you'll actually use when you purchase it. You don't want to over purchase things because then you're gonna have too much stuff that you know what to do with. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen any of my declutter videos, I'll link the playlist up here. I already have a serious makeup problem, so do as I say, not as I do. Also, this is now the time, like I said, to buy big ticket items. So personally for me, this is the time where I start purchasing a lot of Hourglass products, Marc Jacobs, Tom Ford, Natasha Denona. So now is definitely the time to sit down and think to yourself, okay, I've been dying to try that Tom Ford bronzer brush. I'm gonna buy it. Stuff like, cats on the table, sorry. So yeah, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down some recommendations for products that I think you guys should purchase and kind of give you an idea of some of the things I'm planning to purchase. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% finalized. And I'm gonna kind of explain how I personally shop the Rouge sale myself. So the first thing I do is about the beginning of October, I start taking stock of all these new holiday releases, things like that, where I'm like, okay, I know I'm really gonna want the new Urban Decay Heavy Metal eyeshadow palette. Let's just use that as an example. I'm like, okay, it's not something I really need. I'll wait till I have the coupon. Things that I know I'm gonna need, sometimes if I know I can hold off until the sale, like my Brow Wiz is gonna last me until the sale, so I'm just gonna wait until the sale to purchase 2 more, because then they'll last me until the next sale in April. So it's kind of planning stuff like that. I'm all over the place with this. There's too many things I want to say and not enough time. First things first. Purchase your big ticket expensive items that you've been dying to have. Your favorite perfume bottle that's about to run out. You need to buy a Clarisonic, it's long overdue. You're dying to try a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. Whatever it may be, grab those big ticket items and put it in your basket. And allow yourself, I'd say if we're counting your purchase in percentages, allow 20% of your purchase to be a big ticket item of some kind. Because when you have things like a Clarisonic or a Foreo, both of which I do have here, as I did color coordinate these, by the way. Both of these, by the way, are things where you should be purchasing, and when you have the discount, it's the best time to do so. So for me, while I won't be purchasing these during the sale, I will be purchasing some replacement brush heads for my Clarisonic, because this is my last one that I have, and I'm gonna need 4 more for the next year. So for me, this is a matter of rather than buying the product, I'm just gonna buy the refills of it. So that's one thing for me. If you're not a fan of Clarisonics, but you want something similar, Foreos are great. This is a Foreo Mini Luna 2 in Seafoam. I actually had a friend that I got hooked on this and she purchased last fall during the Rouge sale. And she loves hers. She got the one with the turtle on it, I think. So it's stuff like that, big ticket skincare items, because if you're gonna spend the money, personally, I would much rather put the money into the skincare rather than the makeup or perfume, unless it's like you can't resist it. So like for me, if my Burberry Brit perfume were officially out, I'd be like, I have to buy another. There is no choice in the matter. I need another one of those. Then okay, yeah, I'll purchase another one. But skincare is something that's important to invest in. Every single person who is watching this video has something in their skin they want to improve. It doesn't matter how perfect someone's skin looks. Maybe their skin's oily and they wish it more normal. There's something you can do to aid your skin into getting it where you want it to be. So for me, my skin's very normal. Yes, I'm not super oily and I'm not too dry. Granted, going into winter, I do get a little dry just because the seasonal change happens. So for me, what I always look for is something to help with my rosacea. So for me, I'm probably going to end up purchasing the Dr. Jart Tiger Grass Cream. I can't remember what the medical scientific name is for it, but I've had my eye on it for a long time now, since back when I worked at Sephora, and I didn't purchase it then. I told myself I'll just wait till the next time there's a sale and I can do it. So I'm probably gonna be purchasing it this time around, just because my rosacea is getting a little more and more intense the older I get, no matter how on top of my skincare I stay. So that is something I will definitely be purchasing during the sale. Some other big ticket items for skincare are things like that you wouldn't normally purchase because they're just too expensive. So for me, one of those items that I have done is this guy. This is the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Vibrancy Boosting Face Mask, which I think is $62, which for a face mask, pretty freaking expensive. So I love this mask though. I think I can't open it. Oh my God, I really can't open this. Whew, I was about to be really concerned for a moment there. Which has like this, I mean, I've used a really, really huge amount of this. This is going to be running out soon. So I might repurchase a refill of it. However, I might wait till spring just because I have this currently, which I just recently purchased. This is another mask you could probably wait until the sale to do. This is the Tatcha Violet Sea Radiance Mask. This is a purple mask that helps boost the vibrancy and luminosity in your skin. And it does also help with elasticity as well, if I remember correctly from the box, which I no longer have. Another thing that you could purchase skincare wise is something like the I'm blanking on the name. You could purchase like the Glam Glow masks, for example. Those ones are $69. They're on the pricier side. It's a lot of money to drop on a mask. Now's the time to do it. And even better, there's holiday sets out now for Glam Glow. So buy a set with the mask in it that you've been wanting to try. And then you've got all the other stuff to try out as well. And then you'll know in time for the next sale, or for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever the next of your birthday, you'll know what to put on your wish list because you know you've tried it and you know you like it and you know you want it. Easy, simple. My next suggestion is actually purchasing some of those sets. The sets are the best times to buy them. I know some people would come into Sephora and buy all of them, try everything out, and then come back during the sale to purchase the full size of whatever items they liked in the sets. That is another way of doing it too. However, since we're so close to the sale, it's not really going to work out the same way. Just saying. Some other skincare you can purchase is anything that you think is a must-have that you love, you need. So for me, I don't need this quite yet because I just purchased this in the spring. So I will probably be repurchasing this again in the spring because it is a 12-month lasting product. This is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Daily Cleanser. This is my favorite holy grail cleanser of all time. I love this. It smells great. It's amazing for my skin. And I will always repurchase it, so I just wait until the sale. So instead of paying $40, I paid $30 or whatever it is. Speaking of items that you know you're gonna love, trying to restock on your favorite primer or foundation is a great thing. So for me, I restocked on this recently. This is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and this is the jumbo size, which is $72. $72. Who wants to spend that much money on a primer? Unless they're a bajillionaire, which I'm not. So for me, during the sales, when I purchased this kind of thing, because I know, okay, I love it, I'm going to use it, it's good for 12 months, let's do this, let's keep it going. Buy your things in jumbo. If you know it's your favorite primer and you know you're never going to stray from it, or you will always go back to it no matter what else you try, purchase the giant size during the sale. It's the best time to do it. Also, repurchasing some of your favorite foundations is a great idea too, especially if they're higher end foundations. So for me, like my Lancome, this is brand new, so I won't be doing this again. I'll probably wait till spring, but something like the Lancome foundation, or if you're a big fan of the Laura Mercier or the YSL ones, either this one or the brand new one, the All Hours one, they are on the more expensive side, a little pricier, so now's the time to buy it. Same if you've always been wanting to try like a La Mer or a Tom Ford foundation, Natasha Denona foundation, this is the time to be doing it because you're gonna get the discount. Might as well save the money right now, right? My recommendation though is being sure to get a sample ahead of time, or when you're in store, have a Sephora employee do an entire face test of the product to make sure you like how it looks, to make sure it doesn't oxidize on you. You can walk around with it on for an hour and a half and then come back and get it. Put it on hold, walk around the mall for an hour, check some mirrors all over the store, go outside, go places, then come back in an hour and say, you know what, I do love it, I'm gonna buy it. And you get the discount. It's great to do it. I had tons of people who did that. We really encouraged people when I worked at Sephora that yes, we would give them the mini makeover. Give them time to walk around our Sephora, walk inside JCPenney, kind of make up their mind, see if they really love the product. And if they don't love it and they come back, then we can recommend something better for them. But I didn't want people to go into the Rouge sale and just purchase things willy-nilly and then be like, God, I wasted $200 for no reason. Nobody wants to do that. You want to invest the money where you want to put it. So, other big ticket items. There are certain brands that you just kind of go, yeah, that's a lot of money. Some of those brands are Marc Jacobs. This is just my current go-to primer. This is the coconut primer from Marc Jacobs. I love this. I'm planning on purchasing the coconut dewdrops, the golden ones, because I've been dying to try those. So that's something on my list. Also, Hourglass in general is a pretty pricey brand. So these guys, which are now two of my favorite palettes in the whole world. This one's been a holy grail for me for 2 years now. This is the original, this is so dirty. This is the original ambient lighting palette with the shades Dim Light, Incandescent Light, and Radiant Light. As you can see, mine is very dirty. But I love this. This inner shade here has just been my go-to and it's amazing. So stuff like this is great. Or to buy the individual products. If you want something brand new, then maybe check out this guy. This is the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. Again, it gives you 3 shades in here. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I have used it a few times and I have no bad things to say about this at all. If you have a product that you know you love and you just want to buy a backup while you got the discount, now is also the time to do it. So for me, in my case, the 2 bronzers that I've kind of been grabbing left and right lately, which have been the Ciate Bamboo Bronzer in Palm Island, which is my bronzer today, by the way. The video on this entire look and how I got it will be up after this. So it'll, I don't know, maybe I'll go back and link it, I don't know, but this is a fantastic bronzer. It's not too expensive, so being able to use the discount on it isn't quite as rewarding as, say, using it on a Tom Ford foundation, but to get, you know, 20% off of a $36 bronzer is a pretty good deal. On the other hand, if you're like me and you just can't pick one and you want multiple shades, this is also the time to go back and get more shades. So I have the Laguna so I have the NARS, okay, I'm gonna get this wrong because the names aren't on here. These are the NARS Sun Diffusing Bronzers. Is that right? I have the shades Seaside and Laguna. So there are 2 more shades. So now would be the time, if I had only owned Seaside, now would be the time for me to go pick up Laguna, or vice versa, or buying Casino, or whatever the other one is that's got a new name that I don't know because it's too dark for me. But now's also the time to do that. So if you have a lipstick that you love, you own 2 of the Kat Von D ones and you've been dying to buy 2 more, now's the time to buy those. Eyeshadow palettes. Obviously, everyone wants to grab the new Holy Grail shadows, which right now, I would say get your hands on this guy. I did recently do a full face first impressions, which featured this palette. I will link it up here. This is a limited edition palette, and I have heard all over the interweb that the minute this is done, it's gone. There are no more, it's not coming back. So if you want to get your hands on this, do it now. But on the other hand, if you don't know what you want, but you want to try something that everyone else has loved, maybe check this guy out, the Modern Renaissance. Modern Renaissance is fantastic. This is a fantastic, great staple palette. Everyone loves it for a reason. Now's the time to try out those kinds of palettes. The the Urban Decay Naked palette, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna try and buy the Sunset one, I think. I don't know if I want the Lila or the Sunset palette. I'm not sure yet. Still debating. Speaking of buying things in more shades, I will definitely be picking up more shades of this. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop. This one happens to be in the shade Nude. I love these. These are some of my favorite blushes that you can buy at Sephora, and I own 6 of them, so I'm gonna be going in and grabbing another shade. I think there's still 3 more that I don't own, so I'm probably gonna buy at least one of them. Using it to purchase something like mascara, where you normally are like, I'm okay with drugstore, but now I want something high-end, so the sale is a perfect time to buy it right now. I am really loving this. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara. Love this mascara. It's fantastic. It's amazing. I will probably be repurchasing a backup for this because I've already had this for 2 months, or a month. And I've got 2 months left on it, since mascaras tend to last about 3 to 6 months, depending on how often you're using it. So I will probably be purchasing a backup of this because I don't ever want to be without it. Something else I'll be purchasing a backup of is this dude, my Kat Von D tattoo liner, which is my liner I'm wearing today. This is just a fantastic liner. If you're new to wing liner, this would be the one I'd tell you to pick up, just because it bends, it moves with your lid, with your skin, so you don't have to worry about the tip being too stiff to be able to draw a nice line or having difficulty drawing a line. Something else that I'm planning to purchase, so I'm showing it to you guys, but I don't obviously have it, but I want to purchase the new one. I want to purchase the new one of these, and this is one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits. This is the one in the shade Gleam. I really want to buy the Sweets one because it looks perfect for fair skin, so I'm dying to get my hands on that. Also, something like face powders. You don't think of how fast you go through a face powder, so now is definitely the time to repurchase. So if you love your Laura Mercier, buy a new one. If you're wanting to try something new, try something new. There's tons and tons and tons of powders at Sephora, and like I said, you can't be afraid to go into Sephora and ask questions. They're there to help you. Also, if you have things you want to try and you don't really see the point in buying them regularly, so this one is the Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. This has kind of been my grab-go primer lately for higher-end foundation product, higher-end brands. What the hell am I trying to say? This one's great, and it's not too expensive, so it's a good option. I personally am buying a lot of skincare and a few hair products, because now that I'm colored, now that I'm going to be going really intense with my hair, I need some better hair products. So yeah, I've kind of shared some things that I know I'm planning on purchasing. Hopefully next week sometime there will be a video up where I show you all the things I've purchased. Just a reminder, I'm going to have it listed on the screen right here, the dates of the sale for the VIB Rouge and the VIB customers. Please keep in mind, VIB Rouge, you have access to the sale before VIB. First weekend it's just Rouge, second weekend it's everyone else. And Rouge, you are able to shop both weekends. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell to be notified every time I upload a video. I do upload Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And be sure to leave me comments down below about what you want to see me purchase from the Rouge sale. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.